Salutations! My name is Kartosael, and welcome to another episode from the Tales of Kartonia. So, we're back at the tower we built last episode. There's one small problem with it, as you can see. Some mobs actually survive. It's because they have feather falling. So, there's little I can do about that. Apart from that though, of course I could make it even higher, but it's a bit too late. Apart from that, it's working quite well. I added a second layer, which I will show in just a minute. Normally I just wait for these guys to despawn, but I'm here, so why not? Sure, free armor, why not? So, I added another layer, as I said. Stairs go all the way up. I'm not quite sure what to do for the exterior just yet. So that's the second layer. It's not very visible, except that it's twice as high. So the stair winds around, and I had two ideas about making that, safe. It's going to have a wall of some sort. It's probably leaves mainly. But I'm thinking about letting the wall come out a bit more, so that there's one wide gap for the stairs all the way up. And that will be the exterior wall, and this will be the interior wall. Or that this would be both interior and exterior wall, and this will have some kind of railing. So it's either one of those two. Of course, railing would be the cheapest thing to construct, but I'm not quite sure I would like the design of that, the way it would look. So yeah, probably a no. Do I have any excess junk on me? Not really. Except, 2 water buckets. I guess it's also useful. Let's get sleeping quick. Of course, my sleep point is now in that thing and no longer there. I've banded. Some apples. Of course, needs to carry a lot more food into here, but at due time. So what we're going to do today is what I noticed. The construction of that tower is I'm leaning a lot of wood. I'm going for the benches, by the way. Still need to adjust that. So we're going to need a lot of wood. And I do have that tiny Treefarm in my mind that I showed a long time ago, and I said, oh, I'll explain later how I did this, and it never happened. So it's good to combine those two things, I reckon. So I'm going to explain how I did that, actually the improved version, as well as making a tree farm. Now I'm not going to do it here, not in Kartonia. My idea is that Kartonia is more like a huge trade city, so there might be small farms of this and that, but most of its resources will be carried in from other outposts. The K.E.R.I is one of those outposts, and that's where we're going right now. So here we have the K.E.R.I. We're back on solid ground, so I turn the render distance back up too far, and this place is going to get a lot more usage than I originally thought. So it's the Kartonian Equine Research Institute. So that's still the main purpose, but we have this huge structure, might as well do some extra with it. It's already our main farm, a wheat producer in a huge area over there. So why not also add a tree farm? Well, since this area is going to see a lot more usage, I'm also probably going to make the walls a bit more fancy, I guess. But for that we'll need wood as well. So we need a lot of it. So we're going to need a tree farm. I'm kind of debating with myself as to where I want that to be built. You could do it over here, but not really. It might also be a separate building, which actually would make the most sense, I guess. But I don't want it to stand in front of this. So it's probably going to be over there, I think. Let's see how much wood we have. Otherwise I need to chop down a lot of trees first. That's the redstone stuff. We'll be needing that later as well. So this is our oak supply and our birch. Got a lot of birch, but not a lot of oak. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're at the old temporary base for a reason, of course. I've been gathering a lot of wood, and I think I have enough now, but my axe was about dead. And I hear a skeleton somewhere, but I don't know where. Maybe above. No, whatever. So our axe is almost dead, and there's an enchanting table there, so that's why we're here. Place is looking a lot better now, much more snow in. Decided to wall this, even though there's the light over there. It's still clearly visible. So dig this out a bit more. Not sure if this is going to be another one of those walls or not. It's not really necessary, but who knows. Apart from that, not much has changed here really. So yeah, let's see what kind of axe we have. What we'll get, I'm hoping for unbreaking and efficiency, and nothing more than that. Oh wow! I believe that's the first unbreaking efficiency axe I've had in a very long time, and that's not good. And why isn't that good? I'll tell you in a second. This looks like there's a wood stud on that and on there. So this is very unnatural. If I do this, it looks like it's actually supporting the stone instead of the stone supporting the wood, which in this case is actually true, because the stone's above and this acts as a pillar. So that's why. Anyway, let's get back to the K.E.R.I. I'll see you there. Do you guys think this is enough wood? I surely hope it is, because if it isn't, then I just don't know anymore. I'm quite sure I'm going to be using these already, but let's just take them. Alright, and more of that. There we go. Right, so the tree farm. It's a semi-automated tree farm, so the growing part is, well, actually it just allows you to grow the trees faster. Of course you still need to cut them down. It's going to be built here, and generally two ways you can do it with the design I use. You can have the mechanism stick up from the ground or sink into the ground. I'm going to choose the sinking in, because I like it more. I tried them both. So we're going to need a lot of redstone, of course. Let's grab, yeah sure, I'm not going to get attacked, I hope. And otherwise I can use my axe. Not that's nearly as strong. Actually, let's just do that. You never know. Alright, so just start with a random spot. Alright. So this is going to be the place where the tree actually grows. So like that. That's where the sapling will be. And you may or may not know that when you put bone meal into a dispenser and you fire it, that it actually wow. For example, if this is filled with bone meal, it gets a redstone signal, it shoots the bone meal, and because there is something that can grow in front of it, it will grow it. It works on wheat and stuff too. And, well, that's actually just a fit. But I don't want it over there. Let's see. the ones over there or there, it will be revealed why. Yeah, let's put it over here. Why not? There we go. And let's fill this up with dirt for the time being. So, spaces between trees. Of course, you could go and place the next tree over here. That works for oak. Doesn't work for every tree. So what I want to do is keep a 3 block distance. So the next tree will be here. Grab that, come on. And here. Let's see, and here. Like so. Now we take this. Place it over there. I'm thinking whether I will place it over here or over there. Symmetry would, or if you want to get a repeating pattern, of course you would probably want it over there. Which is what I will do. Alright. Now, knowing me, I'm going to make this a whole lot more fancy than you actually have to. So keep that in mind. When you see this, you're like, wow, he's really overdoing it. Yes, yes I am, because I like to. So there's going to be redstone, naturally. I don't want redstone to be either, I don't want to walk around and accidentally hit the redstone, so I want it underground. So the redstone will be here, on this block. Well, you know me maybe by now. I want to have something under the redstone that isn't dirt. I have a shovel. Okay. Oh. Efficiency 3 shovels are the worst. Why? Because they take quite a time to dig out grass, but you shoot through mud, so if you have an area with both, you're pretty much, well, you probably know what I'm going to say. Okay, add some more. Dang it. Let's just not use the scroll wheel. There. There. And that one's absolutely obsolete, because it's going to be over there. Which will also be explained in a bit. Right. So the redstone will be coming around like this. About. I could also do it. Let's just do this. And we're going to branch it off like so. So when there's a redstone signal, it will power these blocks, which in turn will shoot the dispenser. So that's why that block's over there. Of course, we need to give it a wall, because what I'm going to do, you might already see the glass, so I'm going to make this redstone visible at all times. I kind of like that look, and it actually helps against frame rate issues, because redstone updating light, it's really bad for your frame rate. So we have that. What we do, my inventory is really clogged, is this. Oh, bother. So it looks like that. You can almost see the redstone. And why is that redstone gone? Well, like that. There's probably going to be a wooden border around this or something like that. This may of course still change a bit. In fact, it probably will change a bit. I'm not sure I'm too pleased with this. Give me a second. Alright, so it is significantly different now. This is just the pattern it has now. So the dispensers are on the inside, on both sides. And the redstone signal comes in here. And it will branch off into that block and into that block, powering those two dispensers. It will go through the repeater, re-lengthening the signal, and it will repeat over here and for as long as you wish. It's not the most cheap way of doing it, but I kind of like the way it looks and works, so that's the way I'm going to do it. Going to add a few more of these parts, and I'll be back then. Alright, so I've repeated this pattern 5 times. Of course, in the end you no longer need that repeater, so it ends there. Now to test it, we're just going to listen if it works. Well, it worked. Good. Fantastic. Now this is a bit too small for my taste. I want more, so I'm going to duplicate one more on that side and, well, maybe 2 on that side, or 1 over there, 1 over there. We'll see. But I'm not going to show that because it's just repeat. I mean, I need to sleep. So I'll see you after that has been done. Alright, here we go. We've got 3 of those. So in total we have 5, 10, 30 places where trees can grow. That should work for a while at least. Of course, going to prettify it, but this is the bear. I added this wire, which is new. Apart from that, it's just rinse and repeat. And now we're actually going to add the mechanism to turn this on or off, because that's important too. It's useful to have a off switch on your redstone systems. Now, the way I'm going to do this, it's going to be the classical clock system I'm using quite a lot. And we already have that redstone line here, so I'm going to make that a part of the clock. So the clock itself takes a 6x6, approximately. Can I make it a part of? No, I cannot. Oh well, that's a cute idea. So we have the torch here, and we have that thingy over there. Should I turn it? No, this works out just fine. And I want one over there. Can you place these on the ground? Yeah, you can. Alright, good. We'll have a torch there and there. You hear them all shoot. That's good. And with this one, we have that wire over there, and it doesn't work. Marvelous, isn't it? And it works. So that's how it's going. This torch turns on this redstone, which keeps this off and kills the entire clock. But if I do that, I cannot place a other block. Would it still work if I did one higher? I very much doubt so, but you never know. No. If I did it over there, probably not either. Because no floor isn't very useful. Alright, let me think about that. So I found a working system. the lever is now over here, which powers this redstone, which kills this thing. So it technically works the same. And this block is to prevent that one from attaching, because if that attaches, it pretty much kills the system anyway, I believe. Ah, it still works. But we might as well have the block there anyway. So I'm a bit in doubt if I want to make this glass as well or not. No, not quite sure about that yet. Anyway, it works about. So let's start actually planting the trees and preparing the system and stuff. After that, we'll add a wall, because it's nice to be able to stand there and be safe. And of course we're going to pretty it up, but I'm not sure if we'll have enough time in this episode. We're done with the redstone, at least for now. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to lay out the wall with this. Of course we need those. Those are not enough. Back that on the place I usually have it. Switch to apples because I ran out of chicken. So yeah, there's that. Oh, actually I had chicken cooking in the old base. Well, whatever. That's almost 90-ish. Let's get rid of you. I came to get saplings. Yeah. And bones for the bone meal, of course. Am I going to... Now I'll just load up the dispensers with bone meal, probably 2 stacks each, and plant the saplings, and I'll be back once again. All the dispensers are loaded with bone meal. Most of them only have 1.5 stack. Only those in the beginning have 1, because I just didn't have enough bones. Takes up a lot of bone meal, a huge installation like this. Alright. And by placing the saplings before actually starting with the wall, we have 3 trees, because they'll just grow naturally. No, that's not the block I wanted. They'll grow naturally while building, so that's ideal. Alright. And this row, I kind of looked at the time, and we're only going to do a rough layout of the wall, more like an outline, because I do not want my episodes to run very, very long. The last episode, well, not last, the one before that, actually turned out to be really long, and I don't like that. But one idea I did have for prettying it up a bit, so we can just look at that right now. Using stairs. Is 4 enough? No. And doing it like this. That. Something like that. That might be cute. Or of course the other way around, but I don't think I like this as much. So that's one way of prettying it up a bit, and I don't know quite sure what I'm going to place here. I'm going to place torches though. I know it's a pretty lame way of lighting it up, and we will change it eventually. But for right now, I'm going to stick with torches. Just because I actually have those on me. That helps, right? And there. Still on the outer side may not be necessary. Yes, they are. on this side, yeah. Okay, only one torch left. That's not what I want to see. Let's get a little bit more torching. Yeah, a bit more. Let's just use this wood. We have plenty of it now. One of the reasons I really want a tree farm is that I use charcoal for most of the burning. So there's that. Right, wall. We need some place for these trees to grow. Oh, hello. That's what I meant. Lovely. And I have no saplings on me. I keep forgetting that. That would be in fact useful. And I also keep losing the chest. Ah. Let's get the... Oh, hi. Well, if I'm going to take them all down right away, this wall layout may take a lot longer than I initially thought it would. Oh, hi. See, it's working marvelously already, but this is just planting trees. Whoa. Okay, well, that's awkward. So, wall layout, as I already said, apple. Sorry, but I needed food. They need some space to grow. And you see that one's too wide, so I'm going to leave a 3 wide gap. It's also continuing on the rest. And just line it all, like over there. So that wall is probably going to change. And this one will do. I just want a quick and easy wall for now. Is this 2, 3? No, of course it's not. There we go. And like that. Not at all like that. And need more wood. We need more lumber. For reference. Anyway, this is 3. Yeah, let's get rid of this stupid grass. It seems like my mouse is a bit oversensitive somehow. I'm guessing you already noticed that. Sorry. And plant. Something I know I do sometimes when replanting trees, I instead of a sapling, plant down a torch, which of course will not grow into a lantern or something. I don't know. That would be cool, but also really weird. So 1, 2, 3, there. So it's going to be a very big building. Like so. 1, 2, 3 over here. Let's extend it like this. So that is just not part of the wall, but only just. Like so. And only a little bit more. So that's the general outline. And we have no door. I'm probably going to have 2 doors, like the one over there. Just because I can. And this area, of course, has some space for some chests and whatnot. Yeah, it's okay. Right, so that's all good and whatnot, but let's add some more torches because this backside is really dark. No joke intended. So we've done all this, but of course we need to prove that it actually works. Otherwise it's been nice, but really ineffective. Let's fill this in. Like so. I'm probably going to glass it. Voila! Forest! So, yeah, this is a problem. I might actually build a roof on this. Some kind of roof anyway. Oh, this is also a problem. Just to prevent stuff like that happening. But here you have it. Forced in a second. Marvelous. So, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you learned something. And thank you very much for watching. My name was Kartosael. I'll see you again in the next episode.